Tonight, we are entering one of the oldest mythologies ever carried by human memory. A mythology that shaped how the world understands good and evil, light and darkness, life and death. In this video, we will travel slowly through the complete mythology of ancient Zoroastrian belief. Let's begin. Long before temples, before sacred fires, before written prayers, the people of the Iranian plateau lived close to the land. They watched the sun rise over empty plains. They feared the cold silence of the night. Fire was not just warmth, it was protection. It was life. Darkness was not empty. It felt alive, watching. The universe seemed divided. Light brought safety. Darkness brought uncertainty. And slowly, human beings began to feel that their choices mattered. Not to kings, not to armies, but to the universe itself. Why does good exist? And why does suffering follow it? Why do lies spread faster than truth? Why does the world feel balanced, yet fragile? These questions lived inside the minds of many, but in one man, they would change everything. His name was Zarathustra. From an early age, he questioned ritual. Why sacrifice endlessly if suffering remains? Why worship many gods when truth feels singular? He walked alone. He listened to nature. He watched fire dance in silence. And at the age of 30, beside a sacred river, the universe answered him, not with thunder, but with clarity. Zarathustra encountered a presence, not human, not formed, but infinitely wise. This presence revealed itself as the wise Lord, a being of truth, not fear, a creator of order, not chaos. The wise Lord showed him that the universe rests on a sacred principle: truth, cosmic order, a path known as Asha, and opposing it was the lie, disorder, corruption. The universe was not random, it was moral. Zarathustra returned to the world not with commands, but with a responsibility. Every thought matters, every word shapes reality, every action tilts the universe toward light or toward darkness. Good does not win automatically, it must be chosen. Again, and again, and again. And under the silent stars of Persia, a new mythology was born. One that whispered softly, "You matter more than you know." And now, as your breath slows, we move deeper, toward the wise Lord himself, toward the structure of truth. We have reached the moment where the universe takes its first clear shape, not through noise, not through chaos, but through awareness, through wisdom, through the presence known as Ahura Mazda, the wise Lord. Ahura Mazda is not distant. He does not shout from the sky. He does not rule through fear. He exists as pure understanding. In Zoroastrian mythology, Ahura Mazda is the source of all clarity. Before stars were counted, before time learned to move forward, Ahura Mazda already knew the shape of reality. Creation did not begin because of desire. It began because wisdom chose to express itself. The universe is not accidental, it is intentional. At the center of creation flows a principle older than language. It is called Asha. Asha is truth. Asha is order. Asha is the way reality is meant to move. The rising of the sun, the honesty of fire, the rhythm of seasons. When something feels right, you are sensing Asha. To live in truth is to move with the universe. To lie, to deceive, to corrupt is to move against it. Ahura Mazda does not enforce Asha. He offers it. Opposing Asha is something quieter and more dangerous. It is called Drudge. Drudge is the lie. It whispers that nothing matters, that truth is flexible, that selfishness has no cost. Drudge does not destroy directly. It confuses, and confusion slowly fractures reality. In this mythology, evil is not power. Evil is misalignment. From Ahura Mazda's wisdom emerge 6 eternal companions, not servants, not lesser gods, but expressions of divine order. They are known as the Amesha Spentas. Each one holds a part of reality together. Slow, meditative pacing. Vohu Mana, the good mind. Clear thought, compassion. Asha Vahishta, truth. Sacred fire, perfect order. Kshathra Vairya, just power. Protection, strength without cruelty. Spenta Armaiti, devotion. Humility, the living earth. Harvatat, wholeness. Health, completion. Ameritat, immortality. Continuity, life beyond decay. Together, they shape existence itself. In Zoroastrian mythology, the world is not neutral. Every mountain, every river, every flame exists to support truth. Humans were created not to obey blindly, but to participate. Every good thought strengthens creation. Every honest word pushes back the lie. Every righteous action weakens darkness. And as the universe settles into this sacred balance, another presence begins to stir. A force that rejects harmony. A will that chooses destruction. Let the warmth of truth remain behind you as we move into the place where harmony was first rejected. Every mythology that speaks of light must also speak of what turns away from it. And so, as the universe settled into order, something unseen began to stir, not from creation, but from refusal. This presence is known as Ahura Mazda, also remembered as Ahriman. He is not a creator. He does not bring life. He exists to undo. When Ahura Mazda perceived the harmony of existence, he felt only hostility. Where there was balance, he chose imbalance. Where there was truth, he shaped lies. Where there was life, he planted decay. Evil in this mythology is not accidental. It is deliberate opposition. Opposing Ahura Mazda is another presence, quiet, patient, creative. This force is known as Spenta Mazda, the beneficent spirit. Spenta Mazda is growth. It is healing. It is alignment with truth. Where Ahura Mazda fractures, Spenta Mazda restores. Where one poisons, the other purifies. And between these two forces, the universe breathes. This is not a war fought with swords. There are no armies marching across the stars. This is a war of direction, of intention. Ahura Mazda does not conquer. He misleads. He introduces fear instead of trust, selfishness instead of care, lies instead of clarity, despair instead of patience. His greatest weapon is not destruction, but doubt. In Zoroastrian mythology, humans are not spectators. They are participants. Every human mind is a meeting point between spirits. Every decision leans toward truth or toward the lie. There is no neutrality. Even choosing nothing is a movement. A kind word strengthens the universe. A dishonest thought weakens it. This belief was radical. It meant that a single human life had cosmic meaning, even yours. One final truth terrified Ahura Mazda. Time itself was created to limit him. Evil is not eternal. It has an ending. Ahura Mazda knows his influence will fade. That knowledge drives his urgency. Light does not hurry. Truth is patient. And while the world turns through suffering and hope, the final victory moves slowly towards certainty. But before the end of time, there is death, and before renewal, there is judgment. And in the next part, we follow the soul beyond the body to the bridge that no one avoids. Now, we move beyond the body, beyond breath, beyond heartbeat. In Zoroastrian mythology, death is not an ending, it is a crossing. When the body grows still, the soul does not vanish, it waits. For 3 nights, the soul remains close, hovering, listening. During this time, every thought, every word, every action begins to gather weight. Nothing is forgotten. On the dawn of the 4th day, the soul begins its journey. It is met by a presence, not a judge, not a demon, but a reflection. This presence is known as Dina. Dina is the spiritual image of your own life. To the righteous, Dina appears beautiful, radiant, gentle. To the dishonest, she appears twisted, distorted, heavy. The soul does not face accusation, it faces truth. The journey leads to a narrow crossing, a bridge suspended between worlds. This is the Chinvat Bridge. Every soul must cross it. No exceptions, no shortcuts. For those who lived with truth, the bridge widens. It feels safe, almost welcoming. For those who embraced lies, the bridge narrows. It sharpens, it trembles. Judgment is not imposed, it is experienced. There is no rage here, no shouting gods, only balance. The soul feels the weight of its own choices. Good thoughts lift it, honest words steady it, righteous actions guide it. Zoroastrian judgment is not revenge, it is alignment. The soul simply moves toward what it has chosen through life. For the truthful soul, the crossing leads to light, a realm known as the House of Song. Here, there is peace, clarity, joy without excess. It is not eternal reward, it is rest, a place of harmony while time continues to unfold. For the soul weighed by Druj, there is descent, not into fire, not into endless torment, but into confusion. This realm is called the House of the Lie, a place where falsehood echoes endlessly, where the soul feels the consequences of separation from truth. Punishment is not cruelty, it is understanding. Yet even here, there is no final despair. Zoroastrian mythology teaches that no soul is lost forever. All await the same future, a moment when time ends, when truth completes its work. And in the final part, we will witness that moment, the end of evil, the renewal of all things. Now, we reach the far horizon of time, not the end of the story, but the fulfillment of it. In Zoroastrian mythology, time itself is not endless. It was created for a purpose, to give truth enough space to overcome the lie. As ages pass, as empires rise and fall, as stars quietly burn, the influence of evil begins to weaken, not suddenly, not violently, but gradually, like darkness fading before the certainty of dawn. The ancient texts speak of a future figure, not a conqueror, not a king, but a restorer. This figure is known as Saoshyant. The Saoshyant is born not to rule, but to complete. He carries forward the work of Zarathustra, to awaken humanity, to remind the world of truth. His presence does not bring fear, it brings clarity. Where confusion remains, he brings understanding. Where injustice lingers, he brings correction. Where despair survives, he brings hope. As the Saoshyant appears, the forces of evil make their final resistance. Ahura Mazda does not surrender quietly, but this is not a battle of armies. It is a collapse. The lie cannot survive full truth. Darkness cannot exist when nothing remains hidden. Evil is not destroyed by violence, but by exposure. When every falsehood is seen clearly, it loses its power. At the end of time, all souls are gathered, the living, the dead. A river flows across the world, not of water, but of molten metal. To hear this sounds frightening, but the ancient texts describe it gently. For the righteous, the river feels warm, comforting, cleansing. For those burdened by lies, it burns away illusion, not to torture, but to purify. Nothing impure can pass forward. Nothing true is destroyed. This is not punishment. This is healing. This moment is called Frashokareti, the final renovation of existence. Death is undone. Decay disappears. Suffering ends. Bodies are restored. Souls are reunited. The universe becomes exactly what it was meant to be. Truth stands unchallenged. For the first time, there is no opposition, no shadow, only harmony. In the renewed world, there is no hunger, no deception, no cruelty. Fire burns without smoke. Water flows without corruption. The earth heals completely. Human beings live in full awareness. Thought, word, and action move together as one. Free will remains, but the lie is gone. Choice exists, without distortion. There is no celebration, no thunder, only peace. Ahura Mazda does not stand triumphant. He simply remains. Wisdom fulfilled. The long war ends not with noise, but with silence. The same silence that existed before creation began. Now, imagine something the human mind rarely considers. A universe without resistance. No enemy. No shadow hiding behind light. No lie waiting to twist truth. When Ahura Mazda is finally undone, there is no celebration. Because conflict itself has ended, the universe does not cheer. It exhales. In the renewed world, human beings remain, not transformed into spirits, not dissolved into light, but fully themselves. Free will still exists, but now there is nothing pulling it toward harm. Thoughts arise without distortion. Words are spoken without fear. Actions flow without regret. Human life becomes a quiet expression of harmony, not perfection, but alignment. Ahura Mazda does not rule over this world. He does not command. He simply is. Wisdom no longer needs to correct. Truth no longer needs to defend itself. The wise Lord rests within creation, and creation rests within wisdom. This was always the destination. The earth itself changes, not suddenly, not violently, but gently. Fire burns without consuming. Water flows without corruption. Animals live without fear. The land no longer remembers war. Mountains stand without witnessing suffering. The earth becomes what it was always meant to be, a home. In this final world, the past is not erased, but it no longer hurts. Suffering is remembered without reopening wounds. Darkness is remembered without returning. History becomes a lesson, not a burden. Every soul understands why the struggle existed and why it was temporary. The universe grows quieter. Stars still shine, but they no longer compete with darkness. Time continues, but without urgency. Existence slows into a steady rhythm. This is not boredom. This is peace without tension. The words of Zarathustra are finally fulfilled. Good thoughts, good words, good deeds, not as effort, but as nature. What once required discipline now flows effortlessly. Humanity does not struggle to be good, it simply is. There is no fear of ending, because nothing is breaking down. There is no fear of judgment, because truth is complete. There is no fear of death, because life is whole. Existence continues without countdown, without threat, without anxiety. And now, the story loosens its grip. Words slow, images soften. Nothing more needs to happen. The universe has arrived where it was always going, and you may rest. The fire is steady, the stars are calm, the story has no more urgency. If sleep has found you, stay with it. If you are still awake, carry this quiet with you, because this mythology does not end with noise, but with stillness.